Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Balls Talk podcast, episode 3. We here, we there, we are everywhere. All right, and episode 3 is here, and my mate, Chief Beef.
Yo everyone, how's it going? It's your man Chief Beef in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes,
How's it going,
sir.
everyone?
It's going good. Ramadan has begun, uh,
Yeah.
and fasting
Assalamu
and
alaikum wa rahmatullah wa
y-
barakatuh.
y-
Ramadan Kareem, bro.
yes, Ramadan Kareem to everyone celebrating. And we have been trying our best to record this podcast for the longest, but the fasting caught us up, and it took a while. But we here now. We here, and now it's time to talk about the balls that were kicked.
Let's go. Let's go. So, episode number 3 of Ball Stock Podcast with Chief Beef and Lal Chutney here. I'll give you a quick rundown or a quick recap of what we're going to cover in this week's podcast. First and foremost, we've got Wolves versus Arsenal, Benfica versus Real Madrid, or much rather, I'd say Stalin versus Martin Luther King of the modern day era. Then we've got the legendary, the proud Argentinian making Maradona smile from heaven himself. Fabrizio Fauna files exposure. That's what's up. We got the Argentinian exposed, making the entire Argentina proud for a racist that he is and the way he's been humiliating a human being like Vinicius. It was Joga Bonito no more. Then we've got trash ass, the city ass, Inter versus Juve, and that's about it. So, starting up, first up, we have Wolves versus Arsenal. I will start off first and foremost before we break down this match. My man Lal Chutney, what do you think about what are your thoughts about this beautiful match that the
Bro,
Premier League the Premier League script writers have blessed us with?
amazing,
Incredible
amazing,
script writing going on actually in the Premier
amazing.
League right now. If you could see
The-
Manchester City, with everyone, we're shitting upon, we're saying that is completely ass, and Pep Guardiola has lost his game just like hairs on his head. But apparently, you never know. My man has made a round trip to Turkey, and now his tactics have started to come back. So much so that he's 2 points behind Arsenal.
Bro, yeah, that is there, but he did not go to Turkey. But the thing is there, one guy went to Turkey. It's Arteta, and let's just say his bottle job may happen again. This game is the proof that it may happen again. The Arsenal bottle job for fourth season in a row will happen again, and we will be there. Trust me, we will be there no matter
Inshallah.
what. We will be there no matter
Inshallah.
what. Okay, let's
Inshallah.
go towards the highlights of the match now.
Right. Arsenal versus Wolves. Let's just take a moment and understand the stakes here at like what's at stake. Arsenal, you've already got like maybe what? You've got like a 5 point lead.
Lead, yeah.
Had a yeah you're at the top of the table. You were humiliated by Manchester United. You're still recovering. The booty hole still aching from your last match with Manchester United, but still you're 5 points ahead in front of everyone. You're leading the table. So now your set piece kings and all that, but set piece kings, the set piece dogs were hunted down by the wolves.
Oh,
Who
I see what you did there. Oh my god, that's cold.
yeah. That was a complete and proper arse and anal performance from Arsenal. Uh, Wolves, on the other hand, and surprisingly so, Wolves played such real good, really well that the 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 goalkeeper, the very own, the Master Raya,
Yeah.
was complaining about and another some other players of Arsenal's team were also complaining about how the set pieces and all that were there or they were made just so that Arsenal couldn't play well and all that, and they were ruining the beautiful game that is the haram ball. No Arsenal fan ever knows how what true football is actually. But anyway, let's get into it. First half, Saka goal comes cross from from Rice. Good cross by Rice, considering how
Yeah.
he's been roasted this entire week on Twitter. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Assist and an assist at the end of the day. An assist is an assist. Sorry, that was a bit of a tongue twister for me there. Uh, let's just blame it on the heavy fasting uh,
uh,
that my body's been doing.
bro is high on iftar. Bro is high on iftar.
I've got sambosas filled up to my throat.
That was a good cross from
Anyway,
Rice, and Saka was at the right place at the right time, you could say. But great cross by Rice,
yeah,
nevertheless.
I wouldn't exactly say like it's a real technical and amazing finish from Saka, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you score a goal, it has to be something good, no?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
score a goal. Goal is still goal's a goal.
Yeah.
So anyway, so things are going good, good, good. Arsenal in control of kind of like possession and all that. They're playing well. Maduiki's shot again, it was blocked. Martinelli couldn't score from the follow up as well.
Bro, that was
Still,
that
regardless,
was that
Arsenal,
was
Arsenal,
that was
yeah,
horror for Martinelli. Like the follow up,
hmm,
he should have buried it.
hmm.
That should have been 1-0 to Arsenal, to be honest.
Yeah, but
He shot it straight at the
all right,
keeper.
even considering what happened later on in the game,
Yeah.
still we'll forgive Arsenal or Madueke
Yeah,
or
that
and Martinelli for the mistake that they did here.
yeah.
Arsenal is still 1-0 up, right? So normal football. Typical Arsenal every week in, week out, and they're playing. You know how they play,
Yeah.
right? Second half comes in, right? Uh, Piero Hincapié goal given offside as like first VAR turned it overturned it.
Yeah, it was
That was something VAR was doing overtime this week in this match. I'd say.
bro, that looked like it was like miles off, but then the VAR proved wrong. It was actually just he was just inside, which sucks, but whatever it is. Like it was a great run from Pierre Hancapié, and he was just inside, and officially it was given offside, but then
Yeah.
VAR was like, nah, it is a goal. Arsenal are actually gonna bottle this 2-0 lead. That's the script writing. You cannot mess with the script writing.
Like I said, the Premier League scriptwriters have been blessing us with amazing scripts. The Manchester United, who were trashed in the season beginning of the season and were complete and utter nonsensical, have now just transformed into the unbeaten 2016-17 Real Madrid.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But now that and then Hugo Bueno, great goal to make it 2-1 for make it 2-1 for this thing.
Wolves.
Uh, Wolves, yes.
Uh, that was great
And
finish.
that that
Great
was that was
finish.
a
Ge-
amazing finish from the player. But now at this point, everyone is still okay, all right, fine, yeah, things have been going good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in
St-
control. It's in
s-
favor of Arsenal and all.
they're never gonna bottle this. No way they're gonna bottle
Yeah,
this.
yeah. After the first goal that was scored by Hugo Bueno in the 61st minute, Wolves turned up, and I'll tell you, the Wolves started running towards Arsenal, and the cannon ran for its own life. He said, "Fuck this shit, I am out."
Yeah.
Kept attacking, kept the intensity, kept the set pieces. I've said it. Like Wolves in like the entire Premier League this season, they are like the anti set piece team, you could say in a way.
Mm-hmm.
In a way.
Like it's hard to
Yeah.
tell because they used Arsenal's tactics on Arsenal.
That's what I'm
Obviously,
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
they didn't score from the tactics, but like you mentioned before,
They
direct.
used something from Arsenal's own book
Uh,
and then he scored up on it. Rice, I'm pretty sure, was the secret man of the match for this for the Wolves versus Arsenal. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Declan Rice was playing was man was Harvey Dent in this in this match. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
get it. It's two face.
End of the match. Wolves keep on attacking, and finally it pays off. 94th minute, Tom Edoisi scores the equalizer, making it 2-2, ending the match for Arsenal, and Lake snatching 2 points from them. Even though Arsenal had the most possession, the pass accuracy was more, the passes were more. If I don't know if the pass accuracy or the passes even matter in a match. I don't know why do they even like show those things.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look,
The
it's
stats
it's
don't win the
it's
games. That's just you
in
can.
in a way they do, but like, look,
No, the only stats
counterattack football,
the only
the counterattack
stats
football.
the only stats that matter is the amount of goals you score. That's it. The possession merchants uh don't care. You can have all the possession in the world and still lose the game. So that's what I mean. Stats don't win you the
Yeah,
game.
the
Like the
the special one, the Jose Mourinho quote that he said, "You
yeah.
can take the ball home with you. I'll take the
At the
trophy."
exactly, exactly. So and it was like Arsenal's defense was all over the place for that goal, and then freaking Calafury, or some may call him Aura Fury, hits him, hits the post, and goes in. So basically, it was first given as an own goal, but then as it was on target from Tom Eduse, so they gave him the goal. Otherwise, it would have been counted as a own goal for Calafiori. But that man came in and produced a disaster class for Arsenal and bottled the 3 points, which I'll always remember this for his service. Thank you. Thank you. Because the
Thank you. Yes.
the meltdown on
Yes.
Twitter after the 2-2
Yes.
draw, oh my days. It was so good. It was so good. The meltdown after the second goal went in. All the rival fans were celebrating their hats. Their heads were lost, and all the Arsenal fans were crying, which you love to see. I cannot lie. That was a really good day on football Twitter.
On God, it was a really good day on football Twitter. Moving on now, let's jump leagues and go all the way up to Espanyol,
It's
the
actually
birthplace of football. As some
not
glazers
really.
say. Yeah, well, I know it's not really, but like, oh my God, they play the most purest amount of the purest football, and it happens only in Spain. Let's just go there
Okay,
and talk about like the biggest match that happened in this thing
Champions
in
League.
Spain this weekend. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Benfica versus Real Madrid playoffs first leg. I'll give that to you. Bless us with your analysis.
All right. So the Benfica versus Real Madrid after
Yeah.
last week. What happened? Not last week. Last to last week. Like the last match day of the UCL. Trubin scored, and they had the playoffs. They made the playoffs, and they got Real Madrid, like the icing on the cake. And then there was the first leg of the playoff. It was played in Benfica again.
It was kind of like the first time felt so nice I had to do it twice.
For real, it was legit like that. They were like, okay, let's run it again, Real Madrid. This time gonna knock you out of the freaking playoffs. The playoffs for the round of 16. Okay, now let's go towards the highlights. First half, Vinny Jr. with a great chance missed target. It was a really great chance from Vinicius in the box, but he completely missed the target. Happens. Then we got, how do you pronounce, Arnes? Arnes shot from outside the box, and we need to have a conversation of UCL Courtois, because oh my days, bro, how is he pulling those saves in UCL? He's a demon, man. He's actually a demon. You have to
I
respect.
think so. I would say Courtois is, if he pulls off another performance like the way he pulled that Real Madrid versus Liverpool final performance,
Oh yeah,
yeah, he would be like the greatest goalkeeper in the competition for me.
bro. Yeah, that is like one of the shouts you have made, which is good. So Arne's shout from outside the box and amazing save from Courtois. Then Real Madrid were like, okay, we need to wake up here. We can't lose again because their fans will come for their heads. So Real Madrid, they had a really good team play between Vinny Jr. and I guess it was Trent and Mbappe ends up hitting the post. That was really good team play and deserved a goal, but Mbappe couldn't guide the finish. But still good to see some good football being played. Then after that, Mbappe got a chance, and Trubin, the hero of the last match, made a great save on Mbappe's shot. This was going on. Then Goulet got a shot, and again a great save from Trubin. So basically Trubin is proving that he's the man. He can play both. If you want him up front, performing like you said, prime Ronaldo, 2014 Ronaldo, he can do that. And if you want him to perform like prime Courtois or prime Neuer, he can do that. He got both things locked in.
The goalkeeper of Benfica is amazing. I'll say that.
Bro, yeah, man. Like he's scoring up front and he's defending at the back. Like, what else do you want from your keeper? I'm telling you that he's the big money move for Trubin is coming. Maybe Real Madrid will snatch him up after, they're like, okay, you're performing too good for us against
Yeah.
us. So after
My
court,
man will play in my man will play in Trent's position.
yeah, bro. No way. He could actually do it. Maybe even in Mbappe's position. If Mbappe is not performing, they're like, we need a guy up front. Let's hit Trubin up. Then the second half happens, and now we need to talk about the golazo, the finesse,
Oh my God.
bro.
That was, regardless of whatever
If you
happened,
if you
that goal by Vinny Jr. was amazing.
amazing goal, bro. If you know about FIFA, that's R1 and circle on the PlayStation. He finessed that top bins. Even Trubin as a great keeper was not saving that. That was so good. That was so good.
I wonder who was controlling him with what controller, and how much did
Just
they buy him for?
okay. That okay. That is
If we're talking
maybe
about FIFA,
we
if we're
okay.
only talking about FIFA,
Oh,
strictly
yeah,
about
yeah.
FIFA,
Nah, see now it makes sense. Now it makes complete sense. And let's hope we are talking about FIFA only and not anything
yeah,
else.
no, no,
Controlling him is crazy, but I was saying that, but I hear it. I do hear it. Buying him on FIFA does improve your team. But let's just move on from that now. I guess now Vinny,
he's a
amazing goal. Okay, and then
he's a
he
top
did
grade buy.
bad thing. He scored an amazing goal, and then he did a little bit celebration, which the fans of Benfica didn't like that. The Vinny
No,
celebration on the corner flag, okay, which let's just get into it. Kinda started what is about to happen. Okay, the celebration led to a yellow card, which is utter woke nonsense. Like I'm gonna be straight. How only the shirt celebration, where you take the shirt off, is
yeah,
only applicable for yellow card. What Vinny did was never ever a yellow card for Vinny Jr. Like, come on, he's just celebrating. There was nothing, anything harm in that celebration, in my opinion. So giving him a yellow, I think so. It's it provoked him, provoked Vinny Jr. as well, and then the Benfica fans shouted at him, and they were doing some nasty stuff as well. And then the main man himself, the guy who is being talked about, still now they're talking about him. Prestiani, Gianluca Prestiani, covered
okay,
his
yes.
mouth and allegedly, obviously we can't prove this, covered his mouth, and according to Vinny Jr., he called him a monkey, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, how? that is like, first of all, him covering his mouth to say it makes him like at least 99% is guilty. Why are you covering the mouth? Like, no one has ever covered his mouth and said something positive. No way he said something else.
This is a completely out of context thing I'm going to say. And I'm sorry to interrupt you as well, but I don't think so. The way the racism has been is such a taboo concept, and is, I mean, it should be a taboo concept and all that, and shouldn't be allowed anywhere. I know that, but I don't think so. The support Vinny Jr. is getting now as a football player would get if Vinny Jr. was a cricketer. You know what I mean?
I I actually don't. Help me. I don't get you. What do you mean?
What I mean by that is, like, see, in cricket, what more than half the international teams,
Yeah.
major ones, like the big international teams, the South Asian,
Uh-huh.
they are either from Bangladesh, India,
Yeah, yeah,
Pakistan, Sri
yeah,
Lanka, and all that.
yeah. Okay.
Now imagine if some player from England comes up, gets up, puts a t-shirt over his mouth and says, "Hey monkey, you blackie."
Okay.
The person from the other team probably won't even feel that bad.
Ah, yeah,
He'll just get angry for a little bit, and then that's it.
yeah, yeah. Because they don't take it as hard as that, and they're not.
Yeah, no, no, they don't. They're not even like used to it. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's the main thing.
you don't.
They're not used to it. They'll just pass it on. They're like, okay, just another day, I guess.
That's just how humor works. There, I think, in South
Yeah,
Asian countries.
in South Asian. But yeah, Prestiani was out of pocket. Like, we cannot support him in any way. Okay, the racism has no place in football and no place
No
anywhere,
place anywhere. I know that. Yeah,
and no place
perfect.
anywhere, to be honest. And you know what? They're still arguing. Like, the whole thing is going on. There were rumors, not rumors. Him, I guess, him. He claimed that he did not call him a monkey, but he called him a homophobic slur, which is like, bro, I
Even worse.
even worse. It's like, I made the tweet: trash versus garbage. What do you mean? Both are equally bad. Both are equally bad. You don't get away like, bro, no, I did not call him a racist slur. I called him a homophobic slur. Like, the argument itself is so stupid. And there's still, things going on between them.
You see and I don't mean to be a racist, but you see the Argentinian genes in him were so
Bro,
strong.
yeah, that
He
is,
said
everybody was pointing out that.
he couldn't even like deny that he said a slur to Vinny Jr.
Yeah,
Rather, my
exactly.
man is saying,
Exactly.
"Oh well, I did say a slur, but I didn't say that slur. I said this one."
Yeah.
Like, how is that any better?
That exactly. Like, we do not actually believe that all Argentinians are racist, but the thing is, majority of them are. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Mostly, which puts a bad rep on the good Argentinians, and that's what happens if mostly your countrymen are a bad type of people. Then
It's the it's
the
the
stereotype will be
it's
there.
the
You cannot deny it.
Yeah, the country representatives, like
Yeah,
the football team players and all that.
exactly. So that happened. Then, good thing I would say to the ref is that he called off the game. He stopped the play, which was very respectable. He took it seriously and did not just pass it on. He stopped the play. The play
Yes.
was stopped. Vinny Junior was on the bench. He was sad. Which, bro, I actually feel for Vinny Junior because this is not the first time it has happened. It's been happening with him countless of time.
Ever since.
Ever since he's been there performing really good. People know it's really easy to provoke him by calling him a racist slur, which is really really like embarrassing. I would say, absolutely embarrassing, and everything, Uh, uh, then the match went on. Okay.
Had it been the Wonder Kid, the AIDS in genitalia Yamal, everyone would have
The,
not shut up on Twitter even now.
yeah, the thing is, Vinicius is hated, like he is hated a lot, but that does not. You hate him, we get it. Okay, you hate him, call him different words. Okay, just don't be racist. It's like, oh, you can hate him and call him different words. No need to be racist. Like why do you have to bring racism in it? Like there was no need for Cristiano to do that. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's move on. After that, Vinny he got a yellow for the celebration, like I said. Then he fouled. Okay, that was clearly a second yellow, but I think so because of the incident which happened, the referee
Yeah.
let
He
it slide.
lost it completely.
Yeah, the referee lost the game, but I think so he should have actually gotten a second yellow. But then the first, to be honest, the first yellow did not make sense. Like it was pretty woke nonsense. Like I said, like you're giving a yellow card for a celebration, which is already pretty stupid. So yeah,
Insanity.
and then because he did not get a yellow, Mourinho was losing it. He was absolutely losing it in the bench, and Jose Mourinho got the red card, which let's be honest is football heritage. Okay, like he would say, football heritage. He got a red card. Mourinho got a red card, and
Football. Right.
that
And I
was
think so. It was wrong for giving him the red card. Man was only asking questions, and he was asking the right questions at that as well.
yeah, there was a rumor after the match. He came and told that he said that he saw on the book of the ref there were players' names already
Yes,
there
yes,
who
yes.
already had a yellow card. So like which
Yep.
was a fair thing for Mourinho. Maybe the red card on him was not justified. Uh, but there was one more incident. The match ended by the way 1-0. Real Madrid won the first leg 1-0, but there was in between, I don't know when it happened, but Valverde absolutely smoked, okay, smoked a guy, smoked a Benfica player. He punched him. Like, I don't know how that was not called. That should have been, VAR should have taken a review and given him a straight red card. Bro, he was prime Mike Tyson the way he punched that guy. Okay, that was crazy. How was that not a red card?
His left, his hook was faster than his shots.
Bro, for real, man. Like, I'm telling you, if the after that racist incident, there were so many calls which were, the ref lost the game. Basically, you could say the ref lost the plot. He was giving red cards and he was not giving fouls. He was not giving yellow cards. Then he was giving red cards. He was giving for wrong reasons. Then stuff like this was not called. So it was a freaking cinematic experience of a match. I don't know why, but yeah. But the drama does not end here, because not only did it affect the players in the match, it affected someone, a certain someone on Twitter, and let's hear it from Chief Beef.
Oh right. Oh yeah. As my man Lacharni have said, it did affect certain someone as well. Racism, you know, brought out the bad of football in this weekend, the bad side of it. But on the other hand, if you look at the digital football, that is football Twitter, it definitely brought out like the good. Oh yeah, a lot of people were happy with that. A lot of people. In fact, if you go to the original post at the moment, it'll show that around what I guess it was
Yeah,
28 million,
man.
26.8 million people found it amazing, and they viewed it as well. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine you're roasting someone? Well, it's not even a roast. You're disgracefully, tarnishing your own name, family name, name of your country, everyone. The image, the profile image that he put was horrendous as well. My God, I don't
Yeah,
I don't even believe
yeah,
how he was even allowed on X and all that. But still, they found they doxed this guy starting from a jacket.
yeah.
From a jacket.
The dogs him from a jacket, bro. The February.
that too was uploaded on Instagram on an account when when he was not doing that this heavy racism thing and all that, when he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty low key, right? They found that through Instagram and then they tracked it. I can't even begin to comprehend what the thinking process, or like what you know solving techniques they might have applied, or how they must have done it, because it just don't make any sense. Like I mean, it's an incredible feat and all that, and something good in Real Madrid's fans' names and all that as well. This guy, this account by the name of what, the Fabrizio files, right?
Fabrizio Fauna.
This Fab-
The Fabrizio
no,
Fauna files.
no, there's a Fabrizio Fauna, that's the racist guy.
Yeah, and the files are
Fabrizio-
the
And then yeah, the Fabrizio files is run by the account, the guy who
yeah, yeah,
exposed him and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah. The Fabrizio file, that account was literally made to expose him. The Fabrizio files
Bro,
was made to
his zip code, his social security number, his what, where he works,
everything.
you know, got his account suspended, right? Made even a post as well. DEP,
Hmm.
DEP Fabrizio Fota.
But-
even even edited the news on the newspapers from 1947. Fauna dead instead of Hitler dead and all that.
yeah, 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 yeah. The memes are crazy.
And found out he works at the George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, Texas. Not only that, he said, let me up the game a little bit more. He found out the name of the company he works,
Yeah,
Unify. How
unify,
does that even happen, bro?
bro.
Like, how?
Then not only that, they found his passport, bro. I have never people have gotten doxxed, okay, but never ever they have gotten his passport. And then they were the passport
Don't
picture. They
forget
were
that they
swapping it
found
with
the
Charlie Kirk and freaking Jeffrey Epstein. The freaking jacket.
they found the Red Bull jacket, they
Yeah,
found the red hat, the bag and everything and all that, the passport. What the hell?
yeah, man. The football Twitter won that day. Like they got him out of his job, got him deported from the country he was working in, and got his passport, got his everything. And you know what? It is fully deserved. Like I will 100%. I don't condone doxing people, but in this case, yeah, I will support it because that guy was beyond racist. Like
Brother,
he was.
USA, the United States of America, the liberator of all people from the good things that they have in life, right? That terrorist nation must have did like a that terrorist nation did less research for capturing the president of Venezuela, the Maduro,
Yeah,
than these Fabrizio files person, or like whoever docs that guy
bro. Yeah,
or
that
caught him.
bro.
Your passport on
Legit.
Twitter, I don't think so you will ever find work or whatever,
Legit. Like if
like job or anything.
freaking yeah, obviously his life is ruined now for real. His life is ruined.
I hope, yeah.
They got him so good. They got him to the T. Everything got leaked. Everything about him got leaked. But
Everyone on Twitter was on his ass that day.
yeah, for football Twitter won. Football, like I believe if we give the Epstein files to football Twitter, they will get the redacted info as well out of it. That's how good
And they
football.
did, I guess, in a way. Yeah, I think that was the Fortnite community and all that. They found Jeffrey Epstein's Fortnite account and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And after they found it, the official Fortnite, this thing,
Yeah, because on
what?
on Fortnite Tracker they found out that he
Yeah,
recently played games and everything. Everything he bought
the
items
account
on
got
Photoshop.
suspended later on and everything.
Yeah, and Fortnite made a tweet about it as well. But we're getting off track from football. But that was
Oh
that
yeah.
was that was a big week. Racism against racism. Let's just say It was a really big week, and yeah, Fabrizio Fauna files will be remembered. This day was one of the greatest day in football Twitter, in my opinion. That
Oh yeah.
bro, the tweets I was watching, it was hilarious, but it was absolutely hilarious. So shout out to Fabrizio Files, who did this and produced one of the bangers of all time for football Twitter. Everybody's gonna remember this for a long time.
Oh yeah. Moving on.
Moving on, back to
Let's
football.
let's talk
Let's
about back to football. Let's jump
back.
from to back to football Twitter to back to football.
Yeah,
Moving on, now we are
let's
in the
go
part
to
of the world
Syria
where they
A.
say, yeah, Sirius.
No, it's
Inter
Calcio.
versus Juve.
Calcio.
Inter versus,
Okay,
yeah.
it was pure football. So it was a big match day. Derby di Italia, Inter versus Juve, and oh my god, it was, bro. It was a dramaful week because oh my god, the calls in this game, man, I can't believe the referee. Let's just go through the highlights because the calls in the game were absolutely horrendous. I don't know what they. I'm gonna be honest. Syria refs are arguably one of the best. Worst, sorry, I almost said best. Fucking hell, worst refs of all time. Their officiating this season has been horrendous. So many calls against Milan have been given wrong. So many calls against Juve have been given, but so many calls against one club has not been given wrong, and it's Inter, which is leading the league. And if you don't know about this, basically, if you are a Serie A Twitter fan, you will know. This is why we call
Hmm.
it the Marotta League. Okay, this is why we call it the Marotta League because Beppe Marotta is the owner of Inter, and for some reason, so many suspicious calls goes in his way, which is which is really interesting. You know why? Why only Inter? Why? Because he owns the league, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. He owns the league, which is ruining the beautiful game of Serie A. Okay,
Oh yeah.
let's go towards the highlights now. So first half, Inter versus Juve, Cambiaso's own goal and Di Gregorio, shocking, brother. What I don't know how he did not save that. The ball literally bounced over his foot. Okay, it was a deflection shot. It was too slow. He could have easily. I'm telling you, if he didn't dive, he could have easily picked up the ball. Okay, but he dived, and then he missed, kicked it. That was one of the worst goalkeeping things I've seen. I don't know how Inter got
Hmm.
so lucky with that goal. It's embarrassing. Di Gregorio,
Well,
okay, he's like one of
hmm.
the he's like Onana, but he's pretty good as well. He's like the uh, worst best goalkeeper of all time. Yep, that actually describes him perfectly. He's the worst best goalkeeper of all time. You get me?
Yeah.
That's what Di Gregorio is. Anyways, Inter are leading now, and then Cambiaso, who scored uh, the own goal, gets the chance to equalize, and he does that. Luis Enrique, who was also involved in the own goal of Cambiaso, was sleeping at the back post. Okay, it was like he was sleeping. Cambiaso came out of nowhere, easy tapping, 1-1. Okay, that was good. And now, like I said, uh, there was a chance for Zielinski. Great run from Zielinski. He got a shot on target, and Bremer read that. That was great defending. He read that he will go for the shot. So he was on the line. He cleared it off the line. Zielinski's shot cleared off the line by Bremer. Then there was a corner for Inter. Thuram with an amazing header. Okay, he leaped very good, and that's what I mean.
That
Di
that was
Gregorio
pretty amazing.
Di Gregorio then saved it. That was now, like I said, the best worst goalkeeper of all time. Saved it, great save. Then Bastoni on the follow up hits Locatelli on the freaking chest on the line. That hits the post, and then it goes out. Inter should have been 2-0, sorry, 2-1 up, but there was some great heroics from Di Gregorio and Locatelli to keep the score level. And
Oh yeah.
now, and now let's move to the talk of the town. Okay. I can't believe I need to talk. This is so embarrassing to even talk about. We need to talk about the Kalulu sent off before the second half. All right,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bastoni dives, bro. That was like a prime Neymar dive. That's how he dived. Okay, he dives in front of the ref. Ref stops the play. Fair enough. And then the little rat that Bastoni is, he asked for a second yellow, and the refs gives it. The ref gave the second yellow, and Kalulu, and not just Kalulu, everyone was in disbelief. Brother, that's first of all, that's never a foul, okay, to begin with. That's never a foul. And second yellow, oh my god, bro, that's gotta be like top 10 worst officiating of all time.
Oh yeah.
That is
Oh yeah.
never a yellow card. Like honestly. And then Bastoni was celebrating his red card. Kalulu got sent off
Right.
because of that.
Right. Right.
Now people are like, why didn't VAR call it? Now the thing is, as it was the second yellow card and not a straight red, the VAR cannot intervene. So that is why Kalulu was sent off. Brother, they need to change this VAR rule, because if it's a red card a situation, VAR needs to be there. Now it don't make sense if it's a second yellow or it's just straight red. Like absolute BS. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
Like
Please,
some
please be honest. Please be honest.
bro, I am being honest. Like it was horrendous. Like this VAR rule needs to change. First of all, Bastoni needs to be in prison for diving that badly. Okay, and Kalulu, people need to apologize to Juventus, because ain't no way. It ruined the game. Like it was Derby d'Italia. Okay, it's one of the biggest games in Italy, and you ruined
Right.
it with that call. Like, come on, man. Why you got to do this? Then we got to move on. Second half, Weston McKennie, bro.
Yeah.
Weston McKennie, okay, he's like Pulisic's right hand, you could say. He should be. He got a chance, okay. It was him, and I guess it was Jonathan David with him. I don't remember correctly, but it was an easy time to hit the target, and my brother
Right.
passed it to Jonathan David, which is so dumb. Just go for the
Yeah.
target. I don't know why he did that. McKennie lost his head. Like he should have headed that towards freaking Sommer, but he literally, bro. There was like no one. There was no defender on him. There was nothing on him, and he panicked
Hmm.
that badly. That was horror from McKennie. Should have hit the target. Then, as in sorry, yeah, Inter had a man advantage. Obviously, they took that, and Pio Esposito scored a amazing header. To be honest, the youngster of Inter Milan, he's actually been popping off lately. He's a really good prospect. Hate that he's from Inter though, which just sucks. But it is what it is. He's pretty good. He scored the goal. He scored the header. Made it 2-1. Okay. Then people like, obviously the haram ball will start now. Okay. Chivu will sit back, defend that one goal lead,
Oh
call
yeah.
it at a day.
Right.
Call it a day, take the three
Yeah.
points. But the script writers were like,
Yeah.
nah, not that easily. As
Hmm.
Locatelli, out of nowhere, shocking defending from Inter, Locatelli makes it 2-2, and everybody was like, oh my god, justice has been served. Okay, Inter did not
Hmm.
deserve that red card. Sorry,
Right.
Juve did not deserve that red card,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Inter
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
did
Yeah.
deserve that 3 points. So a draw was
Right.
completely good, and as a Milan fan, we had hope that let's go. This is our chance to catch up to Inter for the title race. So I was
Yeah.
happy. I was very ecstatic when freaking Locatelli scored that. But
Indeed, bro.
my hearts were broken. My hearts were broken by freaking Zelensky. Zelensky scored at the 90th minute. Zelensky scored to make it 3-2 and win the game, get the 3 points, and the injustice won. You could say the injustice won that day, which is really shocking. So that was it. Inter get the 3 points, and they're still ahead of Milan. With I think so. It's the gap is now 5 points. If they drew, it would have been three, but it is what it is. But then again, like the officiating in CI needs to improve so badly. Like if the leagues want to improve, they need to fix their refs. Like it's horror, man. Like and the thing is, it's like I don't want to be that guy. Like I'm a Milan fan. You'll be thinking I'm being biased right now. But that's them
Yeah.
just the facts, bro. Them just the facts. Most of these calls are almost every time for Inter. They're in favor of Inter. Like, how else do I explain it that it's Marotta
Inter
League?
becoming the Galatasaray of Syria.
Bro, for real, man, for real. It's really getting annoying. They need to fix up. So yeah, that's it for the third
Podcast.
podcast, baby. Third podcast, baby. Uh,
All right.
eventful week. Uh, Especially with the freaking Fabrizio Fauna files. That was amazing.
Oh yeah. Peak content.
Peak content. Arsenal bottle job, amazing. Absolutely loved it. And then this horror show from the Inter UA referee. So that's it for this podcast. Tune
Hmm.
in next week where we will discuss the second leg, most probably, of this Benfica versus Real Madrid saga, and few more games which happened. The North London derby is there as well. Maybe Arsenal will bottle the game again. We'll see. Anyways, it's been your boy Lal Chutney and Chief Beef.
Yo, it's been your boy Chief Beef. Thank you for tuning in to Paul's Talk Podcast number 3. Keep tuning in, keep yourself updated on our social media handles. And we are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we're on TikTok, YouTube, wherever finds you suitable. Tune into the podcast and get to know our views on the match day that happened this week.
Yes, sir. And let us know if we need any improvement. We are happy to see some constructive
Open to
criticism.
any and all criticism.
Yes, yes. And Ramadan Mubarak once more. And peace.
Peace out.